But there are royal bloods. Now when you talk about royal blood, you're talking about blood of kings. Now, the value of kings is in their blood. The life of every king is in the blood of the king. Let me say again. I said the life of every king is where? It's in the blood of that king. Now, I want to show you something about royal blood. The reason that we drink blood in communion is because Jesus has a royal blood. Now, royal blood has royal genes. If you're hearing my voice, you're a woman, don't trifle with royal bloods. You see, because royal blood shall not give birth to ordinary children. Let me say again. I say royal bloods shall not give birth to no ordinary children. People can actually be ordinary. 2 Kings chapter 3. The book of 2 Kings. Beautiful scripture, 2 Kings. Second Kings chapter 3, verse number 26. And when the king of Moab saw that the battle was too sore for him, he took of him 700 men that drew sword to break through.
Even unto the king of Edom, where they could not.
Now, the man took 700 bloods, and yet the problem couldn't be solved. And so the man took, the king of Moab took 700 bloods. 700. You see, because God will care about the nature of blood. The blood couldn't solve the problem. 700 blood. 700 blood couldn't do what? No, couldn't solve the problem. Listen. If there is anything that have ever given me boldness, is peculiarity. And don't trifle with it. Don't trifle with something that's unique. It's because God will not deny royal bloods. Don't trifle and, excuse me, don't think of making something that is not unique. Because you don't have power to change things. There are some things when I say it, I feel like I should ask you to pay me. Because I've made mistakes in my life. And because of where I came from, I didn't hear rich words. Where I came from didn't allow me to hear rich words. But I want to thank God that I came from there. Because that is what is sustaining me. I also, like I told you, I yet come. I'm pure. I don't know rich life. I will never know it. If I don't know it now, I don't think I will know it again. $700 men died. And the situation couldn't change. But look at what happened just when one died. Because of royalty. One. That means as far as God is concerned, one young boy, the blood of one young boy has more value than 700 adults. Because of legendary quality. (27) And when he had taken his son that should reign in his stead and offer him for a burnt offering upon the wall, and there was great indignation against Israel, and they departed from him and return.
To their own
Just that blood came out and dropped to the earth. Because of the royalty of that blood, anger, because of the quality of the life that died, because of the quality of life that died, the royalty of the life that died. Now, did anybody tell me this when I was young? I would have made strong decisions. But, I've grappled with, I've been grappling with poverty. Trying to struggle on my own. Not only lack of things, but also lack of knowledge. Because I didn't have teachers who teach principles. I didn't have teachers of principles. So I keep stumbling. From stumbling, enter into the prophetic ministry. Keep having pain. And then recognize the treasure of knowledge and wisdom. And then sundry revelations I've seen over seasons. Because of devotion. I keep on knowing, like what I'm trying to teach you, that one boy has a value that is better than 700 people, even in debt. And how will I forget it? The young African girl, the Nigerian girl that said that they were trying to go out of Ukraine because of the war, and there were Ukrainians, there were Indians, and there were Africans trying to find their way into Poland. When they came to the border, the Ukrainian officials divided into 3 groups and said that the Ukrainians should go first. The Ukrainians should enter into Poland first. After the Ukrainians have entered into Poland first, the Indians followed, entered second, and then Africans last. Even in the time of war, they separated those people according to value. He said the girl said she found herself in the line of Ukrainians. He said the official was mean to tell her she must come out of that line and go to where she belonged. And then somebody said it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, what matters? Is there no difference between somebody who came from a royal home and somebody who came from nothing? Royal. Now, the life of every king, is in the blood of the king. And it is the blood of a king that is used to establish thrones. God will never sit upon any seat that doesn't have blood on it. The difference between a seat, an ordinary seat, and the throne is blood. I don't know what I'm saying something. So what made Judah the choice of God is blood, royal. David wouldn't have died before Goliath. Am I saying something? 7, 11, and 14 of the book of Leviticus. You know, it's just that it looked like I'm just coming, because victory has not left me. Leviticus 17, not 7. Somebody say, I want to marry him. I want to, excuse me, instead of looking for where, by God's grace, where there is a story for your life to advance, you're talking about love. Now, all those ancient girls who went to Solomon to make up 700 wives, they know it. They were looking for contact with royal blood from Solomon, so that they can end pain. When there is royal blood, pain will end. God will never deny blood this quality. It's not possible. I said, God will never deny blood. He will never. Don't forget that if you're a woman, there is a baby that when it cries in your hand, pain will end. It doesn't need to bring money. It just need to be royal. Jesus was crying in the manger and received gift. He just why? Wise men came there. That's royalty. Royalty doesn't wait for hard work. No, it doesn't need to be a miracle worker. It just needs to be royal. And he will receive all the attention that he needs. All. I say all. Look at 11. And for the life of the flesh is in the blood, and giving it to you upon the altar to make an atonement for your soul.
For it is the blood that maketh an atonement for the soul.
Number 14.
For it is the life of all flesh. The blood of it is for the life thereof. Therefore I said unto the children of Israel, you shall eat the blood.
For it is the life, the life of, he said, it is the life of all flesh, and the blood of it for life thereof. Blood. Now, 27 of the book of Numbers. Matthew, I'm really sorry. Matthew 27. Verse number 50. Matthew 27, 50.
Jesus,
when he had cried again with a loud voice, yielded up the ghost.
And behold, the veil of the temple was rent in twain from the top to the bottom, and the earth did quake, and the rock rent.
Now, it's just that a king died. Don't forget that John the Baptist died, and the temple cloth didn't break. I said, John the Baptist. No, he died. Elijah died. Great men of the Bible, the temple didn't look at 52. He said, and the grave opened. 52. And grave opened, and many bodies of saints which slept arose. Go ahead.
And came out of the grave.
Yes.
After his resurrection, and went into the holy city.
And appeared
unto many.
And number 54.
Now when the centurion and they that were with him watching Jesus saw the earthquakes and those things that were done, they feared greatly, saying, truly this was the Son of God.
Thank you. They saw quaking. Because that royal blood couldn't have been quiet. He came from the lineage of Judah. You can kill him and you are have peace. That's my story. Let me help you this before I go to the last and stop. Hear me. I give you this as a gift. All the days of your life from now, learn to relate with things according to their value. Don't relate until you know value. Don't overlook value. Don't make tangible contact without value. Go to where the story is kept. Every impact people make on earth, speak for them rather than your paper. And excuse me, can I say something to you? Can I say something to you? Huh? Even the deep things of God cannot be hidden from those who are meant to hear it. Now, God does not reveal mysteries to ordinary minds. The day you want to touch something that is very important to God, they will find out where you came from. Because the story of every man is with a man. I don't know what I'm saying in it. I said the story is, and God will never disregard that story when he wants to give destiny. And what I'm saying, is it not okay to share it to everybody on earth to hear? That it is only a man from the family of Judah that can be savior of the world. I say it is only a man that can be. It is only a man that is from the family of Judah that can be lion of the tribe of Judah, that can be God on earth. It is only a man that is from the family of Judah that can give us communion in his life and we're eating. So if I don't know it, what else do I know? If anybody can be anything, why didn't the family of Benjamin continue with kinship in Israel? If anybody can be anything. If anybody can be anything, why did he take the family of the Judah to open the sealed book? If anybody can be anything. No, if anybody cannot be anything. The Bible was, excuse me, if you look at the story of Genesis chapter 49, don't forget that Jacob has already cursed some people. In fact, he cursed Levi and Simeon. He said, come, you are instrument of cruelty. He said, my soul will not come into your bosom. What will, my life will do nothing with cruel people. And then descended to Judah and committed the royal destiny of Israel into the blood of royalty. The other was saying, what honor will he give what joy will he give a woman? That eventually they said that idiot was the one that came from your womb. 9 months. You carried an idiot for 9 months. Breastfeed an idiot. And then he came out and became an armed robber. Became a fool. How will God forgive you? It will take a vile womb, to produce certain kind of children. Womb that vile, womb that doesn't have value. Come to church every day, every time someone beat her, she will start crying. They will rush her out. Bring her inside. After 5 minutes, she will start shouting. The mother will keep on going out, coming in 7 times until church will pass her. That's an evil child. Now, if church pass her, she will start playing. And somebody said, why didn't they come to church to come and look for a wife? Which wife? The people who brought the data, they have already known the state of the church. You know the church is already devastated. Greed. Crushed. It has become a fashion house. That I will even telling them that in the night, down to the level that a girl will be owing a clothes seller. Very shameful thing. Very shameful thing. You went to a clothes seller and took clothes you can't pay for body. What about the ones you have? And then every day when you are dancing in the church, the clothes will be looking at you. He said, the clothes you're dancing with, you've not paid. Now, excuse me. There are things that royalty don't do. Please. I said there are things. No, royalty don't do it. What is called royalty is that they have honor for themselves. A royal blood is a royal blood. Royalty is in the mentality. It's in the way of thinking. Now, who we are is far more important to God. Far more important. Who we are is far more important to God than every other thing we want to achieve. Because it is It is who we are that enable us. Enable to achieve things. What I'm sharing now is my 6th time standing one place. I don't know the ingredient of blood. If I don't know it, what do I know? In chapter 5 of the book of Revelation, somebody should look at it. He said, deserving are you? Because you were slain. It is not about being slain, it's about who is slain. He said to take us by thy royal blood. Revelation chapter. He just want to bring blood there. The book of Revelation chapter 5. Verse number 5, verse number 7. And when he came and took the book out of him that sat upon the throne, and when he has taken the book,
the 4 beasts and 24 elders fell down before the Lamb, having every one of them harps and golden vials full of odors, which are the prayers of saints.
Go ahead.
And they sung a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof, for thou wast slain.
Because they were slain, and
has redeemed us to God by the blood, out of every kindred,
tongue, people,
and nation.
He said, you have redeemed us by. It is not every blood. It is not every blood that can accomplish redemption. It is it's only royal blood. It is a Messiah from a lineage, from a particular lineage, not a Messiah from anywhere, from everywhere. A Messiah from a particular lineage of kings. A royal blood was redeemed us. A royal blood. That's what God asked me. Out of all these messages, this one is one I got first. I have to start praying. He said, teach on royal blood. And then ask people to convert it. Listen, there are exemptions. You can be happy. There are exemptions. In fact, what has helped me on it has made me fearless is exemptions. That is the value of a man. Yes. The value of a man have always given me boldness. That is to live a life. It's because I have this watch on kingly nature. To God be glory. To God be glory. Now, because the kingly nature, that nature has already put in me a way of thinking. A way of thinking. I can only think royal. I don't want to think another place. Those of us who were there, I came out of that place to share to 2. You didn't know I was coming. I just came there. To 2 a.m. That's when I went there. Somebody, are you blessed? May your blood be royal. I say your blood will be royal. That was the destiny of Judah. The reason we eat communion, the body of Jesus, like I said on Sunday, drink his blood, is because he wants to convert our blood. Bring it to the lineage of God. So that we can be free. You see, that it is because of the nature of that blood that Jesus couldn't die. It is because of the nature of that blood that Jesus rose up from the grave. Because of the nature of that blood that is sitting on the heavenly throne. It is not. Please let me ask you to listen. It is not really effort. It was because the throne was preordained. Because God is capitally a king. His dominion is a royal dominion. I say his dominion is. It's a royal dominion. I don't know how to beg you to do this. Listen. Let me ask you to listen. I know when I took oath of poverty, I meant it. Yes, I meant oath of poverty. I know when I took it. I meant it. I know when I told God that if I am true with this land, look at how many we have land, so many places in the nations we already having it. But I will not put it in prayer. I'm not going to kneel down anywhere and say, Lord, give us land. I'm not going to kneel down anywhere and say, Lord, give me money. No. I've left those prayers. I've left those. I left ask for money, ask for car, ask for land. No, I've left it. I have more important prayer to pray. I pray for you, see. Why I should pray for you is because may God of the heavens protect you. Let him protect you, your real person. Your real person. So that you can build very well to reach out to eternity. So that when you start having dominion, then your dominion will not have an end. May he grow you slowly. Grow you slowly so that as you're coming out like a star from darkness, your light will be shining brighter and brighter. Brighter and brighter. Not when it shines bright night, you go into obscurity again. No. Because if you know how the step you're following to rise, the gradual step you are following to rise, you will know it and you will know when you are rising. Now, if you know the pattern, you don't come down. I say you don't. No, you don't come down. Excuse me. All the angels that helped me build all the buildings I have built in 26 years are still available in building this one. Sometimes I go there now because you see, when I put my footprint, they put their own. Their footprints are there. Some of them urinate there. As long as I go there to go and groan, like I'm about to go and do now, they will come there. Because you cannot separate them from me. I have spent time to suffer to get their attention. Let me say again. You can suffer and get the attention of a spirit. You can stay until a spirit becomes part of your life. Now, I'm not talking about staying long in locust army, staying in pain and in travail, doing something that is not convenient, developing courage through constant subjecting your body. Excuse me, kings don't do something because it is convenient. No, they do this for honor. Jesus had to die to win. How many people died to win in 2:14 of the book of Hebrews? He has to die to win. Now that mentality is royal. I said that is 33 and a half, he has not lived his life. He died to win. Yesterday I was sharing with them. I said, all the men we said that died, they didn't die and go, they didn't die away. They died and they are still part of us. Because the glory, what they achieved through pain, couldn't allow them to be denied, even in the grave. Are there no names? There are names we can't forget. How do we forget about Apostle Paul, Isaiah? They are in glory, but they reign. Esther, we talk about her every day. Joseph, David, we're talking about her every day. Jesus. These are names we can't stop talking about, even in death. But there are people that are alive and they don't have value. They want to continue to live. For what? You see, it is only on race season I will come strong, like what I've been doing since about 3 hours. Because there is time for everything. There is time. There is time for everything. There is time for everything. Nothing makes me happy like meeting unique people, bold people, people that care about what they are seeing, people that can say no. No. That everybody doing this thing, but this is my destiny. What is more? Praise is in the heart. No. I have told you before many times, I said, it took me courage to take this church to my village. The camp. To Gogo. To expose two people. My life and my family. So that you can know my mother and know my brothers in the compound where I was born. What about if we are evil people? What about if my grandfather used to kill human beings? Would the villagers be able to hide it? What about when you go to buy akara in the market and they know you're from the camp? Can illiterates in that village be able to endure talking about my sins? And excuse me, can something that have that honor come there? This morning, when I came from where I was sharing, that place I was sharing, and I checked my phone, I discovered that the leader of the town there have sent me text about that street solar. He said, Shepherd, we saw the solar. We thank you for the light in that street. Send it to me test. I read it around some minutes after 4 this morning. Can't you wait to produce praise? Doesn't die. And the guy that sent me the test, do you know how he feels? When I was about to go, the CSP, that is the DPO, the CSP that's the DPO of Oga Police Station, and one other ASP came into that Monday I came to greet me. They come. And he sat down. But some few months he sent me a test. He said, Shepherd, I've always wanted to see you, but your boys will not allow me to see you. I read the test. I really want to meet you. Because they go to meet him when I want to come to get me policemen. So that day he came. And when I shook him, he smiled. He said, he said to me, I know that those who are preventing me from seeing you, that their power will fail them. Now their power has failed them. Am I not here now? I have shook you. He said, where are they? Yoruba man. He said, I will be patient until their power failed them. Now their power has failed. Am I not here? Now I have shook you. He said, Shepherd, I just met you one-on-one. It's beautiful. Have somebody said that to you? There's a way you feel when somebody said beautiful things to you. It will happen to you. If it happens to somebody who came from where I came from, why can't it happen for you? But what I have used 3 hours to do and more is to tell you how it can happen. And tell you to avoid what will not make it to happen. So I come strong, even because some of us, you don't have anybody who tells you some evil ends. So I still come that way to say, come, get away from this. Steal from so much of love. So that you can be bold. So that you can be happy. So that you can win. Everybody love winners. And that is what is bringing me to the last part. On the hand of Judah shall be upon the neck of his enemies. That's my last. Just very short. All kings are fighters. Kings fight. Kings. Yes. Listen, let me ask you the list. I say kings fight. So royalty, war is part of royalty. I say war is part of royalty. Now, kingdoms exercise dominion through war. Just like what is happening in Russia, Ukraine. I said dominion exercise. Kingdoms exercise dominion through battles. So the Bible says in 49 of the book of Genesis that the hand of Judah was upon the neck of his enemies. 49 of Genesis. Have your way, oh God. Ezebube, have your way. Have your way, oh Chukwu, have your way. Have your way. Adume Bojudia, have your way.